Before we look at producing on a bigger scale, we should first look at the different types of producers that there are. From my experience on short films, you typically just have a regular old producer, maybe a line producer. But on feature films, there are usually many types of producers. And again, the term producer can be confusing here, just like with short films, because these definitions can be very fluid and inconsistent. In features, as in shorts, usually using only the term producer by itself denotes someone at the top of the food chain in terms of people in charge of the film. These are the people that we've been talking about that are responsible for the film coming in on time, under budget, and complete, and amazing. And when working with a studio or another company or group that is financing the film, you'll often have one or more executive producers. Usually these people are like a liaison between the team making the film and the studio or group that is funding it. Executive producers don't usually do any of the day-to-day work on a film. They mostly just want to make sure that the movie is staying within budget. Now, interesting side note here, that executive producers in film and movies are very different than they are on television. In TV, the executive producers are usually one of the head writers or maybe even one of the creators of the show. It's kind of interesting. Another type of film producer is the line producer. This is a producer that specializes in logistical issues like the budget, the schedule, or personnel issues. They work under the direction of the producers and typically don't deal with the creative aspects of the film. Their duties are very similar to the unit production manager, or UPM. Usually on short films, if there is no line producer or UPM, such as was the case on The Assurance, the first assistant director will handle these duties. Behind the regular producers are co-producers, associate producers, assistant producers, and even more than that. These people basically just did something to help with the film. Other than line producer or executive producer, any of these titles can be given in exchange for help with the film. So if your friend Bob got Meryl Streep to be in your film, then Bob can be a co-producer, or whatever Bob wants, I guess. And since Meryl Streep is so awesome, maybe you give her a producer credit just because she's in your film. Or you might have a production assistant that is just so amazing that they deserve an associate producer credit or something like that. Just like with short films, these titles are kind of watered down and ambiguous because of deals like this. But the benefit to the big players is the same to you. When you're trying to get stuff for your film, some type of producer credit is a pretty standard bargaining chip.